Good morning, dear ones. Reverend Robert Brzezinski with you. It is time for morning prayers, Friday, the 29th of May, 2020. Oh my gosh, here we are. How long did this month take? Seems like it was a little bit longer than just 28 days ago that I was doing a 13-hour live stream broadcast. And so much has happened since then. So many great, wonderful, and amazing, and magnificent, and marvelous things have happened. And I tell you, I know within myself, a huge part of that is because of this spiritual practice we've been on together. Every morning, 8:15 a.m., every evening, 8:15 p.m., some evenings a little later. But we started on March 18th. 19th, I think. 18th was the very first day I started doing these, and here we are, darn near the end of May. Last weekend in May. I trust everyone has a good weekend and stays safe and healthy and properly distanced, please. We want to make sure that we keep this healthy train that we're on moving forward, and so anyway, okay, Friday morning, it's time for some prayer. Please remember that if you would like to get your request into this prayer book, and I tell you, I pray on this book and all of its requests daily, multiple times throughout the day, please send an email, revbriz@spiritevolving.com. Many of the regulars on this program have had prayers in here and have had prayers answered, or have prayers in there that we're working on right now. And you're welcome to drop those prayer requests into a comment box. Let me know what's going on. We'll make sure that we get your prayers answered for you, work forward with you. And I always like to give a few minutes to let people get in the room. So do remember that this program is part of the brand new ministry, New Thought Media Network. And New Thought Media Network is having an event this a week from tomorrow, June 6th. It's a half-hour live broadcast where we're going to share more information around the vision, the mission, what's happening with this brand new ministry. And this is all emerging over the last few months here. It's all been coming together, and this is all the great work that's happening. So we'd love to have you come and check out and join us for that. And make sure you save the date. If you're into music, if you're into New Thought music, Karen Drucker and David Alt together again. Been quite a while since these two have had a chance to really perform together, so we're very, very excited to be presenting that. So I invite you to join us for that. We'll say a couple of good mornings. Good morning, Ursula. So glad you're with us, dear one. Great to see you. Cynthia Hensley as well. Good and glorious Friday morning. Good God, glorious Friday morning. I love you. Love you. Glad you're with us. All right, let's dig in. I got to tell you, I wasn't. Something caught my eye this morning that really ticked me off. The humanness in me was incredibly triggered this morning. And it's all around what's happening in Minneapolis. And the mayor made a statement that was just outrageous. Basically said, if you can say the words, "I can't breathe," then that proves you're breathing. And this from a middle-aged white guy. And so I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that because there is no question and I saw another quote this morning, an Ernest Holmes quote, and I forget what it is. I'm not going to try to paraphrase it even, but the point was that we have to remember we are still, no matter how divine we are still living in a human world. And in that, there is an inherent limitation. It means that, there's this inherent sense that we can never truly make the divine 100% active on the planet because we always have to live in this humanness. There's something different, I think, evolving as something new and more. And And so when I read some of these statements that I've been seeing, it reminds me that we're doing the work in consciousness so we see the changes in form. And if the form, if the outpicturing hasn't changed, then we haven't changed our consciousness. Then we haven't changed the way we really believe. So we got to change the way we believe. And we got to get everybody we know to join in changing the way we believe. And I think one of the first things, one thing that definitely needs to be changed is the way law enforcement looks at people of color, specifically young black men, specifically black men. So we're going to change some consciousness today. I don't know what that's going to sound like, and I don't know what that's going to look like, but we're going to change consciousness today through the power of a spiritual mind treatment, through the power of an affirmative prayer, not by begging or beseeching, not by getting down on hands and knees, by stating a truth as we know it and remaining open to the revelation of a greater truth than maybe we know right now. And that may come through. Let's see if I can get beyond my humanness and really let the divine flow through to reveal that greater truth. Spiritual mind treatment. Join me if you're comfortable. I invite you to close your eyes. Breathe into this moment and just let go of any sense of tension, any restrictions or constrictions or anything that feels tight. Let it go. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe into, breathe out of. However you want to breathe, just breathe. And allow the mind to still and allow yourself to join in this mighty recognition. This opportunity right now to recognize God. And I recognize God by many, many, many names. Some call it Buddha or Brahma or Yahweh or Vishnu, Kuan Yin, Source Energy, Divine Mother, Gaia, love. No matter the name, no matter the image, no matter the icon, there is one love, one power, one source, one intelligence, one operating principle, one creative expression, a oneness that takes on billions and billions and billions of forms. The oneness expressing itself through every expression of life, every form of life. From the blades of grass to the creepy crawly creatures to the furry creatures, our pets, every one, every heartbeat, every human, every visiting alien, every expression of life across this entire universe, part of this oneness. Vital to this oneness, absolutely vital to the demonstration, to the revelation of this oneness as it takes form, as it takes shape in human life, in human consciousness. And so I know that God operates through everyone. My life, your life, the lives of our neighbors and our brothers and our sisters and our politicians and our drug manufacturers and the police and the law enforcement and the first responders and everyone, no matter what, no matter their job, no matter their skin color, no matter their belief system, no matter their idea of how God expresses and shows up, still all part of the one. You can't get away from it. There's nowhere I can go where I cannot find God. And so what I know is I know that in this time right now, there is a great revelation that is occurring. There's a great awakening that is occurring. And in this occasion, this awakening, this experience, this evolutionary leap that we are going through has been rather messy on the human level. There is the muck and the mire. There is the human condition. There is the great rearing up of old systems and old belief patterns as they lose their grip and as they are dissolving into the nothingness from whence they came. These old patterns reach up with their dying breath and express in weird and mysterious and strange and sorrowful ways. And what I know is I know that we bring forth more justice onto the planet by seeing the justice that is happening and by affirming that the justice shall be done, is being done. Even if I can't see it, even if I don't know what it's looking like, even if there's, even if all I see is the ugliness of the news and the statements and the bigots and the racists, there's still God there. Perhaps a misuse of this power, perhaps a misperception of the beauty of this power. And it doesn't mean the power is anywhere else. The power is still right there. The presence is still right there. That is still God's heart beating. So I must find a way beyond my own judgments. I must find a way beyond my own condemnations to stand, yes, in the human and say, there shall be no more of this. There shall be no more of this. And to claim the healing in consciousness that brings humanity to these expressions, to claim there is a healing going on in our minds, in our hearts, in our consciousness, in our souls, and we shall see the outpicturing of that in human form. As we stand and say no more, we are saying yes to what it is we desire. And so in the human, I say no more. And on the divine, I say, I desire a world where every life is valued, where we all recognize the value of every single expression, every heartbeat, no matter their situation, no matter their, quote, condition. I stand in that place of knowing that deeply we are one. And that which connects us is far, far stronger than the limiting conditions that appear to be just dividing, that appear to be the dividing factor and division and trying to separate us. That is not the truth. That is the false paradigm. That is the false prophet. I turn away from that that ugliness, that weirdness, and I keep my eye on the light, keep my eye on the truth. Deeply we are one. Together we are strong. And so today, and every day, I claim for each one that hears these words, that sense of standing in solidarity for the truth, for justice, for order, for beauty, for abundance, for prosperity, for love, for light, for all have that ability, that opportunity, the right to access all the love in the world, to walk free of any sense of fear and any sense of oppression. That is the vision. That is the voice I lend this day. We are doing the messy work. And it is good work, and it is being done, and it is being done right now. So I am in a place of absolute gratitude to know this, to be a part of it all, to be finding my own human way through all of this. Most especially, I'm grateful to know that God's really got it all. So there's no way that this is mine to do. I do what is mine, and I give it up to God for the rest. I focus on what I desire and let God figure out the how. A world that works for everyone. A human race that is awakened to its spiritual magnificence and demonstrating that magnificence through all of life. I let it be. I release this word into the law that must say yes, that is already operating upon it. And I am in complete confidence that it is done in the mind of God. So I let it be. I get out of the way and I say, and so it is. And so it is. Thank you, dear ones, for being with me. This has been a great, and we pray for what we most need, and I trust that my prayers for myself this morning served and support you as well, and there was a kernel of truth there for you as well. So thank you for being with me. We'll be back again this evening, 8:15 p.m. for evening prayers. Between now and then, please do remember Positively Inspiring Radio over at newthoughtradio.net, all your great favorite New Thought artists, and save the date for Karen Drucker and David Alt, July 19th. Plus, we've got some new concert announcements coming next week, I believe. So we're in the final stages of figuring out those dates, and we'll bring in some new ideas to you too. So, all right, folks, I love you. Have a great Friday. Talk soon. Peace and blessings. Bye now.